Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan Grooms, once again coming to you from Cincinnati, Ohio, in my little basement studio here. And have I got a treat for you guys tonight. Oh, I'm so anxious to show you this bass. This is possibly one of the most iconic basses there ever was. It speaks rock and roll. You look at this bass, it just screams rock and roll. It screams rock and roll. The Gibson Thunderbird bass. Now, this one is a 1976 Gibson Thunderbird. I always wanted a 1964 Gibson Thunderbird because John Entwistle played one. Being a huge Entwistle fan, you kind of want to get the basses your heroes played. 1964 Gibsons are almost impossible to come by. Number one, they're very rare. Number two, a lot of people broke the headstocks off of them. As you can tell, if you look at the headstock here, this section at the neck is very, very thin. And all it takes is one good whack on this headstock and boom, off it goes. If they fall, very thin. So that was one kind of design flaw. Now there are a lot of them with headstock repairs. A lot of guys said they repaired them better than they were when they were first made. I, however, prefer instruments without repairs. So I couldn't get a 64. I found the next best thing. This is a 1976. They reissued them in 1976, what they called the Bicentennial bass. And if you notice right here on the pickguard, we have the Bicentennial logo. And I don't know if you can get a close-up of this, but there's a little 76 showing that it's a Bicentennial year Thunderbird. Now, they also made them in 77, 78, and 79, but the little 76 is absent on those basses. So you always know when you see the 76 that you have a 76 model. One other difference between these and the 1964 basses is that there was a separate tailpiece that held the strings. This is the more current and standard 3-point Gibson bridge. Okay? I have left the covers on this. I like the way they look. There's a pickup under here, pickup under here. They're humbucking. It's a fairly light bass, believe it or not. You'd think it'd be kind of heavy or that it would neck dive. It really doesn't. It actually balances fairly well. So let's give it a listen. Go ahead and turn up the... As you can see, it's a little hard to get into the upper register on these. They didn't leave much of a cutaway here, but I guess generally you want to stay down in the money zone with one of these basses anyway, money zone being down here. Why don't we go ahead and roll the bridge pickup off and listen to the neck pickup and see what that sounds like. All right, let's listen to the bridge pickup. Give that a listen. Quite a difference. Roll that in, the neck pickup, and you've got this full thunderous tone, hence the name Thunderbird. This bass is really fun to play. I can't even begin to describe really how fun it is to play. The action's a little high. You can't really get these bridges down very low. But I guess they weren't really meant for having low action anyway. You probably were supposed to play with a pick and really dig into the thing. I like to take this bass out every now and then. I don't play it live very much. It is kind of obviously fragile, and playing in bars, you don't want to have somebody knock it over and trip over it. But I do like to take it to gigs sometimes, and you may see me out with it sometime in the future. So there it is. Great shape, a 1976 Bicentennial Edition Gibson Thunderbird bass. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.